Hello everyone, welcome back to IBDP Decode. In the last videos, we have discussed the fundamentals of IBDP. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss the secret language of IBDP, and I'm also going to share with you the IBDP resources you can access from your subject teachers. And I'm also going to share some links to free IBDP resources websites for your ease. Let's begin. Firstly, how does IBDP work? Since IBDP is a completely different system, and it's an international British board. Let's see how it works. Basically, the IB provides a curriculum and assessment framework that is used by IB World Schools, which are independent organizations. Therefore, you are supposed to abide by your school's rules and regulations. After getting admission in an IB school, you are provided with the login details of your school's email and ManageBack account. The career counselor also helps you choose certain subjects and later registers you for your choices. The subject choices are finalized based on your first mock exams. The fact of IBDP is that you cannot do it as a private candidate. This is because your internal assessments, extended essays, and theory of knowledge are checked by your school teachers. Following this, let's discuss what ManageBack is. As we discussed earlier, that you are given the login details of ManageBack once you register for an IBDP school. So, what exactly is ManageBack? ManageBack is an online platform that is used by IB schools all around the world to upload students' data throughout the 2 years. The student is given login details of ManageBack, where he or she can access any resources uploaded by the subject-specific teacher of certain subject choices. The platform is also used to upload the final drafts of internal assessments, extended essay, and theory of knowledge. And you can also upload the CAS on that same platform. Mock exam results are uploaded to ManageBack as well. What is the secret language of IB? So basically, this is not only for the IBDP board. Instead, this applies to every board, because every single board has its own secret language. But for most of the boards, like especially for national boards, this is very generic. And the teachers are lenient in giving marks, but in IB, the marking is really strict and there is a secret language of IB, which you must learn to get good grades. So IBDP has this secret language no one knows about, and this is where even brilliant students lose marks. It is called the command terms, and the master of all is the command term "to what extent." Before joining IB, you need to make yourself comfortable with this term because it's going to be with you throughout the 2 years. Along with that, there are certain other terms used in every question asked, and the total numbers are allocated accordingly. Therefore, to get full marks, you need to know the terms. Otherwise, you will lose 75% of the marks in each question asked. What this calculation means is that, if there is a 6-mark question, you must respond to it according to the command terms used in the question. Otherwise, you will lose 3/4 of the total marks. As most of the numbers depend on how to respond to the question, rather than writing the correct answer. Okay, so how are the IBDP resources provided to students by the teachers? IBDP teachers have access to the IB question bank, but they don't share it with students because they choose mock exam questions from it, and this is true. Your mock exams are made out of the exact question bank questions. Syllabus guides and formula booklets are provided by the subject teachers to the students, and you can study prior learnings from the syllabus guides. IB teachers also have access to the Think IB platform, which they usually share with students, but you need to request access from your subject teacher. Think IB is the ideal platform, especially for science subjects, because it has really good experimental virtual 3D models to help you understand science subject concepts better. IB teachers basically have every IB resource and links to the websites, but you need to request them for access. Okay, so here are some external IB resources that I've shared with you. These include Save My Exams for IBDP notes. Save My Exams is a platform where you can access the notes of IBDP subjects to understand concepts of any specific subject in a better way. This is also paid after some limited access, but if you don't want to pay, you can still use the free version of it. The next one is Revision Village for key concepts and practice questions. Revision Village consists of some really good videos covering the key concepts of any specific subject, whether it's maths, physics, chemistry, etc. It also has certain practice questions for your ease. So you must access the Revision Village account to access key concepts and practice questions. This website is also paid, especially if you want to access solved past papers, but if you don't want to pay, just enjoy the free version perks. Okay, the next one is a Classify for sample, internal assessments, extended essays, and theory of knowledge essays and exhibitions, graded by IB. Classify is an online website through which you can access sample-graded resources of the IBDP, so that by accessing and reading them, you can have a better understanding of how you write essays and assessments. The next website is Mortar and Pestle for free past papers. This is a really good website because it consists of past papers as well as mark schemes, and it's great for you to practice past papers. Just click on the link, visit the website, and start solving past papers. Here are some recommendations for newcomers to the IBDP. Firstly, you need to purchase an IB-approved GDC. GDC is basically a graphic design calculator, and you must purchase it according to the IBDP-approved calculator guidelines, practice, and make yourself familiar with the calculator. This is because GDC is tricky to use and complex as well. And this is where most students struggle, familiarizing themselves with the device, even sometimes until the end of IBDP 1. Therefore, you must purchase it earlier and start using it to make yourself comfortable with the device. Secondly, focus more on practicing questions rather than looking for notes again and again. Read the notes once and start solving questions, because once you practice solving the questions, you will start remembering the concepts and formulas automatically. Since IB is heavily based on practice rather than concepts, because the way you learn concepts and the way you apply them in the IB question are two different experiences, and if you just learn the concept and do not practice them, you will ultimately struggle in the annual exams in using the concepts the correct way to solve the questions. Therefore, this is a highly recommended point for IBDP students to focus more on practice. Even if it is challenging for you initially, you must still start practicing and try practicing more and more, rather than remembering the concepts again and again. The last suggestion is, don't panic. It's just another exam, as you have taken so many exams since you were in kindergarten, so it's just another exam. Breathe and chill. IB is not as rigorous as people make it, and you can actually score a really good grade in IB. Take a chill pill. Trust in your own abilities and qualities, and don't listen to anyone. You will ultimately succeed. If you need any help, comment below. Like, share, and subscribe to IBDP Decode for more videos. Videos are coming twice weekly at 7 p.m. only on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and good luck.